And the Tigers owning this term. Deledio continues to get plenty of leather. Umpire will need to ball it up.
Didn't dive on it. Straight up. Thanks, fellas. Straight up. Thanks, fellas.
Davey getting some work on that hamstring. Hopefully it's okay. First game back.
Straight up. Look up. Don't fly.
Maybe just precautionary.
Got a spare man in defence. Calvin Ward's just dropped off this pack.
White to Jones.
Me.
Wanamairi up forward, but getting there first, Chris Newman. Oakley Nichols. Polak. Newman. Hunted down by Wanamairi. Newman gets away from Johnson with a bounce. Looks up and wants Richardson. Goes wider instead. Good option. McGuan comes down from defence. Never kicked a goal for the Richmond Footy Club. Luke McGuan. He did know it. Handed it off to Brown. And Revolt with the big leap. Couldn't mark it. Through traffic. White sprints clear and goals. One of the goals of the night. Like white lightning.
Big turnaround this one, Lynchy. They've got their act together, the Tigers now, and they're running. And Melbourne just aren't winning any of the footy. I mean, once they get it, they've shown that they can keep it and be creative and damaging. But the contested possession right now is going all the one way. And they need to, the Demons, find the footy so they can keep it.
Matt White. Nice first goal for the night for him. Wasn't even expecting to be drafted, Matt White. Wasn't watching the draft day. He was watching the Wiggles. He got a phone call from his mate. And his mate said, hey, you better turn it over. From the ball up. Jackson. Cochin. Threw it away, holding the ball.
They've got Cameron Bruce now full forward. He's resting down there.
No legal disposal.
And he had a very good start to the quarter, Cameron Bruce, but he needs to find the footy again because he's just faded out in this second half of the term.
Bates sends it long for him. He can fly at this, Jarrett. From 5 deep, though, off hands. Hits the deck. Dangerous area. Very dangerous area for a ball up. Too far out for Richmond to attempt to thump it through. Essentially the perfect spot to manufacture a ball up inside your forward 50.
Play on.
The hit from Sylvia. I don't think that was part of the plan. Cochin, Jackson, Cochin. Spears it over the head of Brown. Peels back onto it. Morton might get there first. Does. Scoops it out. Patterson reaches down. It was a long way. He got there. Deledio, Brown, Oakley Nichols. Perfect pass to Revolt. Inside 50. And they've manufactured that beautifully back to Cochin.
Well, they did. Cochin was by himself, and so was Revolt, just standing for 10-15 seconds by themselves. Just a bit of loose checking from Melbourne.
From the 12-minute mark, and it's important that, sorry, the 5-minute mark of this second term, which was when Richmond kicked their first goal, the possession rate has been 41-12. Melbourne have just stopped fighting the footy.
The very accurate kick of the ball. He's a very, very good player, Trent Cochin.
He's a ripper.
Going to see a lot of him.
We spoke through the first quarter about how the Demons were very competitive for the first half last week and dropped off. But it's just been absolute smashing. Just have a look at the time frame that Jared was talking about, and so many of the Demons players just haven't touched the ball. That includes Bruce Wheatley, Wanamairi for all he done. There's some big names there, and Davey has Sylvia, James McDonald haven't touched the ball in that period of time that Melbourne have really just got up, or the Richmond team have got up and going.
6 goals in a row. It's a significant figure. Statistically, 6 goals in a row wins you 95% of games.
Tuck with the clearance. Bouncing ball. Schultz bounced unkindly for him off Brown. Made it his own from 50 to the goal square. It's through. Nathan Brown of old.
What about 7 goals in a row, Jared. Is that going to be a better percentage, I would have thought?
I imagine it is. But it is, it's interesting mathematics. Doesn't matter whether you're behind or in front. If you can get 6 in a row, 9.5 times out of 10 you are going to win the match. And this time it's Richmond coming from behind, with Melbourne absolutely dominating. And the only time that doesn't hold true is when the opposition kicks 6 goals in a row to follow, which has happened twice last week. But right now, I just can't believe the dominance. From the 6-minute mark, or the 5.5-minute mark of the second quarter, Richmond's touched the ball 44 times, and Melbourne's touched it just 12. And only 8 of Melbourne's players have actually got 1 touch.
2 goals for the quarter for Nathan Brown. Melbourne hemorrhaging at the moment. They need to stop the bleeding. Deledio thumps it. Richardson eyes it. And he almost got it.
With a fair piece of it.
Frawley. McLean. They need him to get a bit of it.
Yes.
Green. Dangerous handball. And it comes clear. Hammered over the top to Morton. Deledio gave it to him, and Morton finishes the job.
I think it was Bowden's excellence in time, slipped it in, which is important, I think. A lot of people suggested that he doesn't win it.